On the road again, as we know it. On the road again, just don't blow it. On the road again, to the end. My dear friend, my dear friend. Welcome back to Final Fantasy VI Advanced. And that was my little ditty for this song, which, I know the first part I blatantly stole from a buddy from years ago. So on the off chance they are listening to this broadcast, thank you for that. I'm going to fight these guys in a pincer-like scenario, and then make them die by beating them about the head and neck area until they are no longer alive. Much like a lot of the people in the next area we are going to, which happens to be a forest of some sort, of some variety. And I believe I am not going the correct way in order to locate said forest, seeing as you can even see how the map splits up. You know, on the map, you see how the ground splits up, looking at the world map. Because, you know, technically I could look down and, you know, that's the world map, but because it's the world, just a little piece of the map I can see. So it's not really a world map. I could have just went right in here to fight some phantoms in the forest. Do I have Cyan all equipped with things that I want him to be equipped with? I am uncertain. Although we will find out in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. I'm guessing that that's a saying because lambs don't really have much in the way of tails, therefore a shake of one should be nary a time at all. A measurement of time? Be nary a measurement of time? A tall? Let's drink some fresh spring water. Recovery spring. Seeing as we're in the forest, I thought it might be more like well, it doesn't look like Recovery Autumn. So maybe it is, in fact, a Recovery Spring. So those guys don't seem to really be too bothered by Shadow's dog. But they did seem to be rather chapped by the Great Sabini's regular physical attack. So maybe dogs can smell and sense like otherworldly creatures, but perhaps they just cannot. I actually have to be in that specific area to use the Recovery Autumn. Yeah, that ghost is dead. It was a single ghost. And I decided I would cut it because, I don't know, I just kind of decided before the fight, so I was all like, I'm not going to say anything during the fight. But when you guys aren't watching me, I do things like, I'll show you once I get these commands input. I do things such as, yes, yes, eh, 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 eh. And then I'm back like this after the edit happens, but then I go back like, eh, 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 and then back in the shot. You see how this works? I think I just returned around, and I'm going back outside. Even though it was the front entrance, so I'm going front outside, I guess. And even though I know this, I had to verify that, just to make sure that my memory wasn't failing me, even though it failed me enough to turn me around to begin with, in order to make my way through the front outdoors. Whatever it was I said. Go front outdoors. But not that it's really of a huge amount of issue, for I can drink this entire spring if I feel so inclined. There's a lot of single solitary ghosts in here. You think, being such lonely creatures, they'd be more inclined to buddy up. But that does not appear to be the case. Can I go this way? No, I cannot. I will continue to proceed to the right, however. Oh my, we got ourselves 3 ghosts. Let's see what Cyan's number 3 was. Did I ever actually demonstrate that for you? Fine peoples. I am uncertain. I honestly can't remember what this one is. That's how much I use it, because the 4th one's like Quatra Slice or Quatra Cut. Quad Cut, something like that. That didn't seem tremendously useful against these guys. What did you just do to me other than a tremendous amount of damage? I'm not sure why they also lose little bits of damage every now and again. And just because that made me remember for some reason. Sort. Remember and promptly forget. Yeah, just because I remember, the enemies can become... Like, if they run out of MP, they will die as well, so that might actually be more beneficial for you, depending on the enemy you're facing. There's none in particular that I, like, single out and try to attack their MP, but I'm sure there's one instance where that is the best bet. That is the strategy that you should work towards and dream of in order to achieve your wildest dreams and ambitions. Those popliums, like, what are those? It's like a floating cloud sort of thing? It just seems like a mass of goop. Floating goop. But maybe you guys can see something in it just fine. I can't, because we've been through this. A lot of the sprites in this seem to confuse me. A train? I thought all of Doma's railways had been destroyed in the fighting. There could be survivors. Let's take a look inside. Yeah, let's look inside. Hey! Looks like we can get in through here. Let's do that. The Great Sabini. We can't just wander around here all day. We have to check inside. Sir Sabini. Don't worry, it'll only take a second. Sir Sabini. Oh, Cyan and your old English. I wonder... what in the world? We must leave at once. This is the Phantom Train. What does that mean? Does that mean that... it's for phantoms? It's moving. We are not phantoms. We must get off this train at once. Okay. The door won't open. It sounds like we're moving, so... I fear we are too late. What did you say this train was? This is the Phantom Train. It carries the souls of the departed to their final destination. I insist that... no, I'm thinking of a non-stop flight for the George Carlin. Final destination. It's not a destination if it's not final, is it? You're saying this train's giving us a one-way ride to the afterlife? Unless we find a way off, I'm afraid that's exactly where we will wind up. Well, I'm afraid that trip I'm gonna have to pass on. If it won't let us off, we'll have to stop it ourselves. Let's make for the engine. Let's mako to the engine. What's back here? Hey, buddy. Hey, oh, you're a bomb. You don't look as though you were a bomb, if you ask me. Oh, that was a flimsy bomb. 11 AP bomb. Oh, that was just... what's with this guy? He seems to want to accompany us. Bring the ghost along? Sure! I forgot we could actually have a ghost accompany us. I'm not sure who he happens to be... if he's supposed to represent anyone in specific. I'm the train's conductor. What business brings you here? Tell us about the train. How do we stop this thing? I think I remember all this stuff. Nothing, sorry to bother you. I want to talk to... might these be timetables? These? Huh? They're all blank. They're Mel blank? This train carries the dead to the afterlife. It's a little tough to be making timetables with as much conflict in the world as there is right now. Let's pull this lever. Why don't we see what happens if we pull it? You know what happens when you pull the finger. I don't think it'd be a good idea if we touched that. Whoops, my hand must have slipped. What? That's awfully brash, the Great Sabini. Oh, thou art truly insufferable. Cyan, you're not scared, are you? What does thou mean? It is not as though I have an aversion to machines, or try to stay away from them as much as humanly possible or anything like that. So you're an old English Amish type person. Cyan, so you're afraid of machines. What gave it away? Oh, the Magitech armor was a good hint. Let's try to pull it again. Oh, we can't? It won't allow us to. What was I trying to say? I remembered and then I forgot and I remembered again. It had something to do with Cyan. Oh yeah, I think... Look out! Yeah, most of these guys will try to fight you. But one of them is like a... whatchamacallit? A shop? I can't remember if it's worthwhile stuff or not. And these things can possess adversaries, which is generally an instant death when it works. Yeah, more ghost deaths. I know I'm trying to keep most of these battles in right now, because that's just kind of the way I'm feeling right this second about Final Fantasy VI Advance. Until further notice, but how many times have I fought ghosts? I fought all kinds of ghosts. They don't seem to be giving very much experience either, and I should be healing again. Let's use this high potion. Yeah. Delicious, delicious high potion. Are you anything new? Please be something new. Yay, 3 more ghosts. I can't wait till I learn Fire Dance. Had I been thinking, I would have used Fire Dance. Or I would have learned Fire Dance before this part of the game. Although that might have been a little bit of unnecessary grinding. I don't know about you guys, but I don't remember this game being particularly hard even back in the day. Like, yet. There's certain parts where I'm sure I died at. I'm sure it's because I was younger, but I died a lot more in Final Fantasy 2/4. You know, that other game with the identity crisis? Yeah, how do you even kill ghosts? You just... Howdy folks, I got top quality items at rock bottom prices. No reason to be overcharging now. Like they say, can't take it with you. Well, why do you want money for any of this then, if you can't take it with you? Do I want to buy more of these? Yes. Should I? Yes. Am I allowed to? Sure can. One more. Let's buy 11 potions and 11 more high potions. Even though and a couple Phoenix Downs. I don't generally buy a lot of healing items in these games. Of course it would be a new enemy. I'm probably gonna cut this one, but it's a new fella there that wants to do battle with me and my party. Oh yeah, and Cloud Strife is with us, as well as the Angel Whisperer. I'm not sure which one's which I should have been able to figure out, considering there is a number next to Cloud Strife's name, although he's definitely looked better. He's kind of melted. Somewhat. Yay, potions and gold needles. And lots of cash. I think he wants to come with us. You can come along too, but the greater our numbers, the slower we'll move. Maybe another time. Ah, too bad. We got two... And I can walk into random enemies along here. Much like more Angel Whisperers and Clouds. So let's do this again. Be all like... Well, I could show you Possess. I mean, if I got a guy I can replace him with anyway. I might as well, and then I can get another one that has full health. Just grab a new one. Gravity, depending on what it's called, it'll lower your... It can't kill you, it just lowers your attack by... or lowers your HP by either half or 3/4 or 1/4, depending on the strength of the gravity attack. Yeah, come along with me now. Yeah. Are you better than the last one? I'm not sure. I'll find out in post-production. Let's keep going this way then. Or do I want to go down and around? I can't go down and around. So it appears that I won't do that. Alright. What's with this guy? Oh, he wants to come along as well. No way. Howdy, folks. I got more stuff. Do you have the same stuff? You do have the same stuff. And... fine, I'll cut it out if they're gonna be all like... I talked to you already? Why did I decide to talk to you again? Because I didn't think I had already, and I'm gonna fight you as well because you're there. At least that was one ghost. This'll probably be more. Oh, you want to come with me as well? Why are you all so friendly? I don't think it's random. May as well use some of these high potions, even though I'm pretty sure I have an opportunity to heal before much more time elapses. Before the space-time continuum collapses, or much more time elapses. Do we have new enemies on the outside? No, we don't. But it's a new enemy assortment that I'm gonna subject you to. Sorry for my fans that like it when I cut battles out. This is, It's a battle for me. We gotta reach a happy medium somewhere. Because this time I just decided, hey, I said stuff half, like, a portion into the battle, so I'm gonna keep it up. And maybe it'll be something different, but it turned out not to be. Okay, can we, like... Okay. Do I actually have to talk to all... There, I killed all the ghosts in here, except for the random encounters. Just because it was... The strategy in these carts are somewhat rehashy, but I gotta try to go back out of this one. No escape. Move it, single solitary ghost. Woo! What do you suppose that was all about? No escape. Huh? No escape. Who's there? It came from over here. No escape. God, they're coming for us. No escape. There are more of them this way. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide. No escape for you. You better decide to go up the roof. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide. No, yeah, okay, I get it. Can we... They just don't let up. Yowza. I believe we have reached a dead end, the great Sabini. Shaking my butt. Alright. Hast thou an idea? Yes. The time has come to put my training to use. Come, Cyan. Let's... Yahoo! Yeah. Run and jump. Keep on jumping. Oh no, we got most of the ways a ways. And let's... I thought I could go this way. Can I not go... Seriously? I can't go this way? I thought that I was able to do so. No escape. Hey, they couldn't still be. Yeah, I think they could still be. They're They have nothing but time. They may as well chase you. We'll have to detach the rear cars. Is it in here? Oh, it is in here. Oh, we got new enemies. Oversouls. So let's attack them with damage. You don't really attack with damage. Damage is a byproduct of attacks. If I'm incorrect about that, feel free to correct me. I'm always looking to provide accurate information. Hey, green cherries. Sounds delicious. Yes, I know, I hit the wrong direction. So sue me. Yeah, detach those cars. Bye. That should be the end of that. Yeah, good going, Mr. Shadow. And it's a good thing that that opens this part of the cart. So I would be remiss if I didn't use a tent here. Even though I'm sure I can heal shortly. Yes, and that's Shadow's tent. I probably should save it. I won't, though. There's an awful lot of single solitary ghost encounters. Oh yeah, just... I would love to take you along as well, but my party's being dinkuses about it. Is this game trying to break a record for most single solitary ghosts encountered within the Let's Play period? Yeah, there's food here already, so it's a good thing I used that tent. And then the Sabini, the great Sabini, goes in the front. Food, food! Bring me everything you've got! Yeah. Look at him, he can't wait. Yeah, let's trust this food. Yeah. Is this train's food truly safe to eat? What are you worried about? Can't wage war on an empty stomach. This is true. I have a hard time doing Let's Plays on an empty stomach. Do what thou wilt, sir. I'm sure there's no stopping thee. I am not thee, I am the great Sabini. At least complete your statement, Cyan. Ooh, my status effects were removed as well. Yeah, you better clean this table off, Mr. Ghost, who happens to also be a waiter. A garçon, as it were. Waitress. Doesn't look like a lady ghost, but how do you tell? Woo, I'm stuffed. Shall we get moving? Let's. Please be seated if you wish to order. Okay, so I'll go around to get that inconspicuous treasure chest, then. Anyway, those are 4 angel whispers, and I want this treasure. Obtained earring, which I think does something magic-related. Does it raise my MP? Or is that just chrono-triggered? I can't recall. Let's use cyan to test it. Earring that boosts the strength of the wearer's magic. Okay, effect increases when worn in pairs. So, incidentally, even though the Great Sabini seems to be, like, pure damage output, he's, a lot of his blitz commands are magic-based, so I'd really be better off giving that to him. And there's no sense me having this Genji glove on any longer. At least until I get 2 weapons. Which should happen before much longer. Oh, can I give 2 weapons to... No, I can't. Although it won't be much longer, I'll be able to give 2 weapons to Cyan. Or the Great Sabini, for that matter. Oh, let's... I'm gonna dodge you bozos right now. Because this... Oh, you haven't seen one of these living dead enemies. So I guess I'll... keep this battle in, for there's new things to experience in this place, even though I did just take care of that guy in question. And the rest would happen to be somewhat rehashy, as it were, but no matter. This Angel Whisperer is even deader now. I feel like I tried to say something like 10 minutes ago and got horribly sidetracked. I'm sure I did. So let's get whatever is in this treasure chest. Oh, it won't let me grab it from the side. Hold it right there! Who are you? I am Siegfried, the greatest swordsman in all the world, and that treasure belongs to me. If I were you, you over-muscled moose, I'd grab Grandpa there and run away while you still can. Ha ha ha! Greatest windbag is more like it. You're the one who had best beat a brave retreat. The re-street. What? Yeah, retreat I meant. Brazen words from a man about to be spitted upon my blade like a plump and juicy pig. En garde. Alright, Siegfried. Here I come. You kids had better get ready. Hi-ya! Yeah, go Shadow. Good job. Ooh, I got a green cherry and a gill for my trouble. All bark, no bite. Like most trees. No, it cannot be, but the last laugh belongs to me! The great Siegfried! Wahaha, the treasure is mine. Au revoir, my friends. What a nightmare that is. I don't think there's any relation to the Soul Calibur Siegfried. Or the unicorn from Suikoden 2. Or Siegfried of Siegfried and Roy fame. Oh, he wants to come with me, but I already have a buddy. Thanks for wanting to come along, however. Enough of this random encounter. You're making Breath of Fire 2 blush right now, Final Fantasy VI, and that's impressive. So let's continue this way. What's with that conductor just wandering about? Aimlessly. I don't appreciate all these empty carts. You want to stop the train? Search every corner of the engineer's compartment. I'm sure there's a way. If there's a will, there's a way. If there's a William, there's a way. Yeah, preemptive ghost strike. Hey, lots of treasures, one of which will try to kill me, I'm sure. So let's pump us up with high potions. And regular potions. It's interesting that that ghost is healed by my potions. I wonder if I can... There's the monster in a box. I wonder if it'd be worth my while to use that ghost on this guy. Dare I attempt it? Might not be much point. I seem to be doing all kinds of damn damage to it. How much is Aura Cannon doing now with that earring equipped? 710, not too shabby. Although this fella does seem relatively sturdy. Well, it wasn't that sturdy. Hyper wrist. I feel like that has something to do with speed. Not the movie, but like the stat. Oh, strength. Studded bracelet that radiates a mysterious power. Boosts the wearer's strength. Okay, so let's give it... I could probably equip stuff on you. Anything at all, really. Let's equip that on you, too. Are these all monster in boxes? I don't remember. Phoenix down. Sniper eye. Phoenix down. I don't know what Phoenix Downs have... Phoenix Downs have no place on a train, especially a phantom train. What did I just get? I just want to look at the sniper eyes. Definitely accuracy. Oh, attacks never miss. So in the original version, it's useless when blind doesn't work. I can't remember if I fought that ghost, but is there much point? Oh, you don't want to come along? You're leaving? Alright. Suit yourself. I'll continue 4th, 5th, and 6th! Guess we're on our own again. Ah ha 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 ha. Ah. Okay, let's stop dancing around the doorway. I should probably use... Is there any point in using another tent? There's absolutely no point in using another tent. I will, however, keep going forward. And this is the engineer's compartment. We gotta find a way to stop this thing fast. I really should have read that thing at the front. Do I remember this correctly? Probably not. Then do one of these. The train should stop if we throw this switch. I actually remembered that. So, you're the ones who have been slowing me down. Yes, that's right. I am the one that's slowing me down. And we are now fighting the train! And just so you know... well, first... Okay, first off, green cherry on the Great Sabine. Because if you fight the train, you must suplex it. If you have played Final Fantasy 3 or 6 and you did not suplex the Phantom Train, I'm sorry, but you're fired from video games. I expect all of your badges and whatnot to be turned in at the end of this episode. Unless you give me video evidence of you righting the wrongs of your sins. I particularly like how he grabs the smokestack. You can also... I think you also have a chance of killing with a Phoenix down, but it's already dead. I remember this guy putting up way more of a fight than that. As in, that was like regular enemy fighting. But, when you suplex a train a couple of times, it probably isn't going to want any more to do with you. I will let you go, but first there is someone I must do. I mean, something I must do. I only learned how to whistle properly, like, I don't know, 5 years ago. Because I always used to be able to breathe in to whistle. Now I can't really do it. Seriously? I can't do that anymore? There we go. Yeah, I used to only be able to whistle in, but only like the past 5 years or so I figured out how to whistle out. But I've never figured out the one that's super loud. I'm jealous. It seems we have arrived. Yes, it does seem like that, seeing as we beat the shit out of this train, and it's where it wanted to go. Woo! Glad to be off that thing. Did I wind up spitting it out? Phoenix down can kill that train sometimes, I believe. And, like, cure stuff heals it. Or cure stuff hurts it. But it, if you have an X potion, it dies immediately, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't know if you can get an X potion yet. I heard noises and it surprised me. I'm dealing with a phantom train. Maybe phantom train is making a stop right out my door. Being like, it's time for you to come on, MegaHarv. Is that Elaine? Elaine! Why does your wife and your kid's name rhyme? Cyan, was that your wife and son? I believe so. The train's leaving. Well, we are in a forest, so it should be leaving. Elaine! 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 A-riding on the train! My love, you make me so happy. Dad, I'll keep practicing with my sword so I can keep Mom safe in the afterworld. Well, it's bad enough to see your family die once, but then to see them, like, go to the afterlife after they just died. I feel like that'd be hard to swallow. Yeah. Best leave them be. You said it, Shadow. Everyone kind of grieves differently. Like, if I see that someone is distraught because of, like, a lost one... I touched on in my Mother 3 video somewhat. I just try to act like everything's normal, because generally people will bog them down with thank yous and whatnot, but I don't want to get you down with all this death talk. We just finished whatever the name of this forest was that I didn't catch. But in any case, in the next episode of Final Fantasy VI Advance, we will advance to another area where there's a waterfall. And we will have a new party member here shortly. So in any case, thank you very much for joining me for Final Fantasy VI Advance. I still go by MegaHarv with the Guitar Hero controller. And join me tomorrow!